like?
Bring back segregation.
100% disagree.
Dead and bring it back. I want to know where I'm not welcome, okay? Put them signs back up. Colors only, whites only. Let's do it, all right? Rip the Band-Aid off. Especially for a restaurant. Are you kidding me? Whites only? What do I want to do in there? What they got? Mashed potatoes? Mayonnaise? Hot dogs? Colors only? We got seasoning. Turmeric. Paprika.
Okay, I like this.
Okay.
You were saying that the black excellence.
Absolutely.
The segregation is to get the
colored excellence.
Okay.
Okay. What's the playlist in the whites only spot? They playing Carrie Underwood and Kid Rock. We playing Babyface and Diggable Planets. Ain't no overhead lighting. What are you talking about?
Wait, where am I going?
Colors.
Hell yeah.
Look at his hair. Talking about where am I going? That's the problem with North Africans.
That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. I'm in. 100% agree. Let's go.
Talking about where I'm going.
Oh, man. Yeah.
What happens to you in the summertime?
Where are we putting the Italians?
Listen.
I just want to know.
I don't need their food. I don't like tomatoes.
So they're going on the white side.
Black people spend over $1 trillion a year. I would love for the government to force us to spend it on our own people.
This is very good.
Yeah,
I like this a lot.
I brought you over to the side.
And the black airplane?
Oh, come on. The Soul Plane, baby.
I want to be on Soul Plane.
Yes, it's going to be noisy on there, but that's what noise cancellation headphones are for. You know what I'm saying?
And they're going to have all the good movies?
All the good movies, all the good music.
Oh, man.
And while we at it, bring back sundown towns. They never left, but...
What's that?
Well, a sundown town was back in the day during Jim Crow where black people weren't allowed to be in a town after the sunset.
Wow.
So those towns never left. They still exist in America, but they took the signs down. I want them to put the signs back up. I wanted to say 248 miles to the next town that likes colored people. Get your gas in Atlanta. Don't stop till you get to Savannah, all right?
I'm with her.
He with me.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Right, so guys, today's topic is very sensitive because when I first saw it on TikTok, I thought this must be a joke, right?
And we even thought it was fake news.
Until I went on Google and decided to look it up. And I am going to reference from one of the most famous news articles. News publishers called Reuters. I know some of you might be familiar with their works, yeah? And referencing the article, it is indeed true. A memo was released by the Trump administration and they want to bring back segregation, yeah?
Right, so this has kind of rubbed black Americans off the wrong way, although however most of them still have the same stance and they seem to be on the same page with their thoughts. Let's take a look at what they think about this and then we come back and talk about it. You can also leave us a comment on what you think about this episode and consider subscribing if you're new to our channel.
Yeah, and before we go, one thing I read about this from the Reuters report is that the news stations are only picking this up this month when that memo was released last month by the administration of Trump, yeah? So my question is, how comes this passed the attention of the media until now that it has been passed? But that's a question I think I'm gonna be posing to you guys. Let's watch and then we come back with our commentaries, right?
So did you guys see that federal agencies are now bringing back segregation and that they quietly have undone the law that prohibits certain constitutions and institutions that have goods or services to segregate? While y'all are on here, bring back segregation, they already did when they wiped out DEI, but people are sounding the alarm on it because they are instituting it and telling companies to start to do it now. Segregated facilities are no longer explicitly banned in federal contracts, meaning they can do shit like rating rooms for colored onlys and white only gyms. Oh, you don't believe me? Let's read. The segregation clause is one of the several identified in a public memo issued by the General Services Administration just last month, affecting all civil federal agencies. Now, this memo explains it is making changes prompted by President Trump's executive order on diversity, equity, and inclusion, which replaced an executive order signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson in 1965 regarding federal contractors and non-discrimination. Now, a recent notice from the National Institute of Health shows that the change is already in effect. Several federal agencies, including the Department of Defense, Commerce, and Homeland Security, have notified staff who oversee federal contracts that they should start instituting these changes. The changes to the FAR 52-222-21, which is prohibition of segregated facilities, and 26, equal opportunities will not be considered when making award decisions or enforce requirements. Now, the prohibition of segregated facilities, the reason why we don't have to go into establishment and see for colored water fountains fucking only is because of the Prohibition of Segregated Facilities Act. Contractor has to agree that it does not and will not maintain or provide for its employees any segregated facility at any of its establishments, which explicitly bans the use of segregation in public spaces. And guess what? Trump undid that, and the person who is whistleblowing on this and telling the federal agencies now have to do it doesn't even want to show his face. So while you guys are on here saying dumb shit like we're resting and digesting as black people, they're slightly undoing everything that we worked years for. So yep, I'm gonna go now. Bye.
You guys, Trump wants to bring back segregation. The others are happy about this. Come closer, my people. Let's be focused right now. Now is the time, okay? Y'all keep saying we're not our ancestors. We're not our ancestors. Watch out for these hands, X, Y, and Z. Now is our time. We're not going to fight to get back into spaces where we're not wanted. Now is our time to build our own spaces. Yes. Do we all agree? Thank you. They're rolling back everything that our ancestors fought for. So now's not the time to have conflict within our own community. I see people arguing with the Caribbean community versus foundational Black Americans. We're all N-words to these people, so let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. While they roll this back, let's focus on building. Come on, we can do it together. We make our own spaces. We don't need to enter theirs. We'll just be fine.
Donald Trump was 18 when segregation ended. Donald Trump was 18 when segregation ended, and he was 19 when President Lyndon B. Johnson signed into effect the Equal Employment Opportunity Executive Order. I'm seeing people ask why. Why would Donald Trump sign an executive order which revokes Lyndon B. Johnson's executive order? Why does he want to get rid of DEI? And my theory is vengeance. During his most formative years, from 0 to 18, he watched people fight tirelessly to not have to integrate with Black people and other people of color. And on the brink of his adulthood, segregation was ending and orders were being signed for non-discriminatory practices for hiring and employment. I feel like at one time or another, Trump was passed up for an opportunity in his life. And instead of looking inner and saying, well, you know, maybe I just wasn't smart enough, maybe the other person was more qualified, he thought it was strictly because of the ending of segregation and these non-discriminatory practices. Also keep in mind the 1973 federal lawsuit that was brought against Trump and his company for alleged racial discrimination at his housing development. This is just my opinion, but I don't think Trump ever wanted segregation to end, and I think that he blames the ending of segregation and the implementation of equal opportunity orders on his shortcomings and some of his legal troubles, and I think that he would try to bring segregation back as much as he possibly can. I honestly think that he is holding a grudge, and this is his way of trying to vindicate it. He genuinely views anyone who is not a straight white male as a DEI hire. Only our third day out here, and it is already so spooky scary. Spooky scarier than J-Lo's live vocals. Bitch, I'm saying.
So Donald Trump just brought back segregation. Yes, I'm saying that. He just brought back segregation. Segregation on bathrooms, on restaurants, on who to hire. That is part of removing DEI, okay? Let's do it. Bring back segregation. I want to know where the fuck I'm not welcome. I want to know where my money does not deserve to be put at. Because let's make this very fucking clear. Black people in America are the buying power. Y'all forget, we buy more than anybody else. I don't know why we do that shit, but we do. So let us know where the fuck we aren't welcome. Bring back segregation. I guarantee y'all gonna fuck up all y'all money. Because white folks don't shop like that. And when they do, they don't spend in middle class areas. It's the rich shit like Gucci and Prada. Not everyday hometowns. Go ahead and fuck yourselves up. Bring segregation back. Yup. Bring it on back. Let's see how this shit rides. You see what's going on with Target.
Y'all see it now. I get it. I love that more and more people are talking about this. More and more people are seeing the same routine happen with this administration. It never fails. Every time their backs are against the wall, every time they're in a position where they are clearly losing favor, specifically with their voting base, they start trying to bait Black people. Be honest with me, Republican voters. Be honest, MAGA. Is this a part of your vision? For all of you who kept saying over and over, we don't see color, you know? We are not the ones who are perpetuating all of the racism. It's the people on the left. This idea that they want to bring back Jim Crow laws or segregate anything is all hyperbole. You guys are overreacting. How does this make you feel? I want to know, how do you feel? They are saying that federal contractors will no longer be penalized if they have segregated facilities. Are you going to express concern? Are you going to ask any type of follow-up questions, or are you going to move the goalpost on this one as well? Are you going to say, no, segregated facilities are something we've always wanted? What about the Blacks for Trump? What about y'all? All of y'all saying Trump has never been racist towards black people whatsoever. How are y'all gonna feel about this? Oh wait, let me guess. Y'all thought them colored bathrooms was better, right? Y'all thought it was more masculine or better for our community to have our own bathrooms. Because I'm sure that's something that y'all are gonna try to say when this question comes to your front door as well. Like I've said, this is an obsession. They really would like to see our participation in everything that's going on. We not going for it.
So Trump is a racist. So his executive order for DEI repealed another executive order from Lyndon B. Johnson. Segregated facilities are no longer explicitly banned in federal contracts. There are still state and federal laws that prohibit segregation. So ultimately, his executive order pertaining to DEI and pertaining to this clause doesn't necessarily make segregation legal. So it's more so symbolic. However, this goes again back to what he and Elon Musk have consistently been trying to do, which is antagonize the black community and grab their attention. He is continuing to try to agitate black Americans. And I think he's just trying to, again, get people riled up, but it's not going to work. There are still state and federal laws in place that make segregation illegal. So ultimately, black people will not take the bait.
In the news today, Donald Trump has cut the federal funding clause which prohibits segregated bathrooms. Now, companies do not have to abide by the segregation laws. They can have a bathroom that says whites only and coloreds only. This is 2025. Is this what you all voted for? Because I didn't. God bless America.
So guys, welcome back. Let us know what you think about this video in the comment section, right? You know, there's one sister who spoke there and she was analyzing this situation as Donald Trump having missed an opportunity because of something, and he went
blamed it on DEI, most especially because all these rules were being passed when he was only becoming a young adult.
Right, at a pivotal time of his life. And guys, if everything that Donald Trump has done up to now does not prove that he like literally has internalized racism, and sometimes he doesn't even go out of his way to hide it, he shows it. And I'll remind you, when 2019 when the pandemic was happening, how he used to reference the Chinese people, yeah, how he references the African people, and how he talks about black Americans. You know, like it's like he has no regard for people who look different. You know, he has no appreciation of any kind for people who look different from him, you know. And I can't help but think, what if this girl is onto something, you know?
So and another person here said that when this is happening, it is a good thing for the black American community because first and foremost, it will give them opportunities to establish their own systems that are black owned systems, you know. And they will also know where they're not welcomed as black Americans, you know, because one sister here was saying if she enters a restaurant and she sees there is a white section and a black section, why would she even stay there in the first place to begin with? My suggestion is for black Americans, if this truly happens, don't even go to those restaurants that have been labeled white section and black section. Go to a completely black section restaurant which is owned by a black person and segregate there out, you know, as in just go to a black owned business where black people predominantly are, where you guys won't feel threatened if you go into those establishments, that they will lie that you've stolen something like a Tupperware or something just because you're black.
And these things, okay, personally, it's my own opinion. I'd say segregation never really ended, because if you look at some of the things that normally trend on social media, instances of somebody going into a certain said restaurant
and they don't get served.
They don't get served, and just funny things happening. The only thing that changed is that they stopped hanging signs saying that certain people or certain color of people are not allowed in certain places. But there's so many examples that you can look at and you say truly segregation never really ended.
Yeah, you've said that, and I've remembered an incident last week that was trending on TikTok of a black lady who made reservations on a hotel, right? And when she reached there, from how the woman who, I don't know if she was the manager, from how she reacted, it's like she didn't know that the black woman was a black woman when she made the reservation, because she talks like she talks normal. She has a normal name.
Like white people.
That is it. She talks like a white person. She owns a name that doesn't necessarily point her to be black, you see. So when she arrived there, this woman was in panic, the manager, and she was a blonde Karen, you can imagine. So she told her that we don't have any kind of reservations there, and she could see that woman reaching out to the computer and immediately cancelling her reservation. And then this woman said, my app still shows that I'm still reserved in this hotel room, this and the other. And when the people saw that she wasn't giving up, neither was she going away, they gave her a room in the basement that was dirty, had rats, and it hadn't been cleaned.
Just ask for a refund. Ask for a refund and leave. Don't.
So imagine those things are happening before segregation. Imagine after segregation what will be happening. That's why I'm saying black Americans really need to prepare psychologically, and they need to start setting up their own financial systems, their own hotels, their own, because someone here also said that we thought that sundown towns had ceased to exist, and there are some sundown towns that still exist. It's just that they operate without a vast majority number of people knowing, So with this segregation coming to law, imagine these sundown towns, how worse they're gonna become, So at least with the straight signs hanging up, they will know where they're not wanted. Hence, they will focus on building the areas where they're wanted. My only worry with that is, it is not the first time American, supposedly government has taken care of black-owned towns that were doing well, like the Black Wall Street, Tulsa. I don't know if it is Tulsa where they destroyed the towns there. It became so bad that right now people don't like living in Tulsa, right? So imagine, black Americans, after they have accepted to live on their own in America, they are thriving, the businesses are thriving, the financial systems are thriving. Do you think the government will leave them alone to enjoy all that by themselves?
I feel like, personally I feel like there's something going on, and Trump was a choice and by design.
Right.
I feel like there's something going on in America right now that
don't yet have the full picture,
but all these things, if you put the dots together, you see they're working up towards something. It doesn't take a genius to see that. My question is, if I feel, it's not really a question but a statement. I feel like maybe the societal structure of America is looking different. Black Americans are too much aware, and there's a generation that right now they're trying to work. That's just my
your conspiracy theory.
Exactly. I feel like there's a generation of people they're trying to target, and when these discriminational laws are being brought forward, who exactly is being targeted? Look at the people who are being affected the most. Look at the people who are being impacted the most when it comes to economic structure, social structure, all of that. Look at those,
And the funniest thing,
before we continue, and then guys, I'm trying to arrive at something here. Look at the state of homeless situations in America right now. The big percentage of people who are becoming what is it called? who are becoming homeless. And then look at the drug problems in America right now. A lot of palm-colored people are
falling victims into those things that you've mentioned.
Exactly.
While in the black community right now, you have a lot of women from the black community and men who are more educated than palm-colored people. Right now, you're having a lot of black people in the community who can afford to just whoop up a check or bring the cash and buy that luxury car.
Most importantly, a lot of black Americans right now, there was a point in history where only white people could afford to travel. Only white people could come to Africa and other places for safaris, to feel good. White people could afford luxury and trips, holidays, relaxation activities. But right now,
black Americans are meeting them in equal measures.
And
so I feel like these are all moves geared to slow down a particular group, and you guys already know the particular group that we are talking about.
Yeah, all of this is just to that was just my theory. I don't know, guys, I'd like to hear from you.
And this is what we are saying. If you've already noticed this pattern, imagine, as most of these sisters and brothers have said here, it's not a must for you to go out in the street to protest in order for your voice to be heard. Just know where you're not wanted and develop where you're wanted, so that you guys can have your systems. You know, it's not by coincidence that most Jewish people have a say in the American economy. Because they established themselves financially. Right now, you cannot hurt a single Jewish person. They have a very strong financial base.
They're looking like they're untouchable.
They are untouchable to some degree.
Anyway, guys, we'd like to hear from you. Let us know what you think about this episode on the comment section, because I'll leave you with one thing that I want you to have in mind. Remember all these laws that are being created or are being undone, all these things. Exactly who is it targeting, and exactly who is going to be affected the most,
and who is going to be given a leg up by these laws is the very same who claim that black people have gotten to where they are because of DEI. Mind you, right now, black people seem to be having a very sober mind compared to their palm-colored counterparts. By slowing these black people down, they will try and give the very same people who think that they don't need DEI a chance to surpass the black people. This is another form of DEI for the palm-colored people.
Anyway, guys, you're going to be leaving it there. Let us know what you think about this on the comment section. Also, consider subscribing if it's your first time here. We'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you so much for joining us.